Lifting family, welcome back. So there's been a little bit of progress in terms of the Bell's palsy update. I think today is day 8, maybe day 9, and that means that I'm fully off of the Valtrex and the prednisone. And as far as everything goes, the only real things that I've kind of noticed is just that it's been a slow progression to where it is. Kind of like some tightness on this side of my mouth, and I transitioned back to my contacts a couple days ago. I kind of got tired of wearing glasses. It just pushing them up constantly was becoming irritating outside of the fact that I was going through all of those issues. The only real thing that I've noticed now in terms of progressing back towards what would be normal, I get a little bit of tightness on this side, especially like right up here in the cheek. I'm noticing that I tend to get a little bit of tightness. The other thing is that my eye still kind of closes a little bit awkward. And I'm not actually wearing a contact in my right eye. I am in my left eye. I tried it yesterday and it just my eye is already weak as it is. So this eye actually has weakness even with contact in place. So yesterday when I was trying to do some work here for Exercise Express, it kind of made things worse. It just felt cloudy. And then the contact itself was starting to get a little bit cloudy too, which was kind of weird. I'm not noticing that now, so I'm not really sure what that is, but that's just kind of something that I noticed. So right now, just to allow the eye to relax, to allow it to kind of calm down. Maybe there's a little bit of pressure that's somehow built up in there just due to the irritation, but I'm still making sure that I'm using drops, and I'm making sure that in terms of the eye itself, that I try to consciously just make sure that I'm blinking to help get that eye lubricated. And I'm no longer sleeping with a patch on my eye, which is definitely a nice adjustment. Other than that, again, the only real times that I start to notice this again is when I start to talk a lot. It'll start to really overactivate this side of my mouth, just because I'm going to assume that with the muscle imbalance that's occurring right now, that this side is normally activated, and then this side being weaker, that this side has started to take on the brunt of the load. And that generally ends up happening when you have an injury, where if you injure your right leg, you tend to start to favor that by balancing more on your left leg, and then your left leg starts to hurt. So that's something that's occurring here, is that as I talk throughout the day, it starts to shift out of this side of my mouth. It's doing a little bit now, and those are really the updates. The headaches have subsided. In terms of any sort of a sickness feeling, that's been ever present. I just feel like I've got like a congestion in terms of within my throat. I'm still taking ibuprofen throughout the day just to kind of help alleviate some of that inflammation of whatever's going on in the system. Other than that, that's really the update. So I'm going to try to get back into the reviews that I need to get caught up on, that have kind of been slowly piling themselves up, in terms of just this being going on for the past few days. Other than that, as far as a little bit further, if you're sticking around for this video, the days that I didn't update, I didn't update those because, one, it was just kind of becoming a redundant thing, and I had a family party the day after my last update, so either day 5 or day 6, and on that day, I being around a lot of people, especially in close quarters, in close spaces, and having to talk face to face with people, got very, very uncomfortable. The next day I felt very, very overwhelmed. I kind of wanted to be by myself. I did not really want to talk to people. My wife had mentioned that a little bit. I just was off, and I felt that too. So I was trying to be conscious to make sure that I wasn't doing too much of that. But that's something to just kind of be aware of if this ends up happening to you, is just that those social interactions. Going to the mall was fine. I wasn't really having to talk to people. I was passing by people, but having that face-to-face communication and being conscious of what's going on with my face, and then trying to be as normal as possible or feel as normal as possible, that's a little bit difficult when it comes to what I've been going through. And then if you get bells, or whoever gets bells and maybe watching this video, that's something that you're going to be conscious of. I had noticed that I was starting to really cover the side of my face where I was smiling, and that was something that just is another adjustment as well. So other than that, that's the update for now. I'm going to try to get back into again, updating and doing more reviews rather than just updating on bells. I will do another follow-up as I notice more progression with this.